NSC Fan TV, Drew here with Breun with
sir.
Mixtape 615 after a hardly 0-1 loss against Red Bulls on the decision night.
Yeah.
Breun, tell me how you felt.
Disappointing. I think Red Bull are the only team in MLS we haven't beaten. We've never beaten them. So,
Yeah.
you come to a decision day, you don't really go for it. I mean, there's nothing through the midfield. You don't have opportunities. So, and I still think we played better than them and we lost. It doesn't matter. So, their chaos football is, benefited them, and now they're the 8th seed in MLS, and they're going to the playoffs.
They just crossed the bar, and a lot of things, this is play in for them, right? Because things had to go their way on a few fronts for them to make it. They turned out okay, and it came down to the refs deciding.
Yeah, I'll say, the refs did, that was a soft pin. Let's be honest. But when you leave it to the refs, that's what's going to happen. You got to realize we're Nashville SC. We're not going to benefit from the officiating, and if we don't go out and we don't try to win the game, then people are going to take 3 points from us.
You leave it to the refs. That's what happens when you let things fall in the range of a soft pen. Tell me who you thought the best player was. We're being negative, but we are in the playoffs. Yeah. Be up against Orlando. Tell me something good. Who looked good tonight?
Sean Davis.
I
think Sean Davis was decent, and I don't know how many times we can come out of this building and say Sean Davis was our best player, but he played well. He bossed the midfield. He plays box to box, but if we got anything out of the midfield, it came from Sean tonight. Joe had a decent match as well. There were a couple menacing chances they had. There were a few. But he did what you needed to do. I thought he was great from distribution, as far as him on the goal kicks. I thought they got where they needed to go. I think he improved a bit. I think he's been struggling with that in the second half of the season. Not the first half of the season. The first half of the season, people give Joe a lot of stick, but I thought he was worthy of an all-star nod first half of the season. I think he's, today was much better than this last outing for sure. So I got to give him props as well. But, I think we just didn't have enough in attack. We were a bit toothless tonight.
A bit toothless. That's the header for this video. So, thoughts with Breun. Let me get one last thought before we close out. So we talked about who we saw who was good, and it's a shit sandwich. We start with some negativity. We heard who was good. Let's end on some negativity. Tell me who did not look good tonight.
Outside of the two names I gave, I think everybody got a standard 6 or less. I don't think anybody offered anything in the attack. I don't think anybody created any opportunity for us to go forth and actually put the ball in the back of the net. So this is on everybody. I'm not going to single out one person.
Okay.
Because I think, 9 out of the 11 players were SI, I'll let you spell the rest. It's you two. So I'm not gonna, say that anybody was, sitting there and, offering anything. I thought it was disappointing when, when we brought, I want to say it was disappointing when we brought Till in, because when we brought Till in, nobody else was doing anything. So you got to change it up. So, I think Gary is not to fault tonight. I think it's the players. I think it's their desire. And if they want to pack it in, guess what? Orlando will be ready to send us home.
There's nothing more to be added. NSC Fan TV with Breun. Mixtape.